Jest przygotowany I gotowy.
It is ready and will be submitted in the coming days.
W najbliższych dniach.
The motion to bring the president of the National Bank of Poland before the State Tribunal is several dozen pages long, but no one wants to reveal the details. Which decision of President Glapiński was so bad that he wants to take him to the State Tribunal? At least one. You'll see for yourself. A decision can be expected in the coming hours. I don't want to anticipate it. I know that the motion is ready. MPs are signing or have put their signatures under it because it requires an appropriate number, so it is ready to be submitted at any time. The second term of office of Adam Glapiński as National Bank Governor ends in 2028. The second term of office of Adam Glapiński as National Bank Governor ends in 2028. Immediately following Glapiński's re-election as the head of the NBP, Donald Tusk announced an attack on the president of an independent institution, the central bank.
Adam
Glapiński is illegal. Just take him out of the National Bank of Poland and I will do it. I guarantee it. There will be no need for a law. Indeed, according to the law, President Glapiński cannot be removed. Perhaps this is where the idea of the State Tribunal came from. They'll do that in order to remove Adam Glapiński from power and drag Poland by force into this currency corridor, and therefore to the Eurozone. As a consequence, this may be Donald Tusk's hidden plan. In the event of an attack on the head of the National Bank of Poland, the 13th of December coalition is united. The National Bank Governor is against introducing the euro in Poland, and his signature is necessary for our currency to enter the European exchange rate mechanism. This is why the ruling party wants to get rid of Adam Glapiński. In the case of the central bank governor, the ruling coalition's opinion is firm. A unique pest that should not perform this function. Such a man cannot be responsible for monetary policy. Such a man gives no guarantee of cooperation with the government. President Duda warns that attacking the national bank governor might have adverse results for the Polish economy. I appeal for common sense because Poland's financial stability and financial position on international markets are absolutely of paramount importance if we want to implement an effective economic growth policy. Support for Governor Glapiński is guaranteed by the head of the European Central Bank. The statute of the European System of Central Banks and of the European Central Bank, in order to guarantee the independence of central bank governors, provides protection in the event that the same were to decide to impeach you. The arguments of the ruling coalition are often absurd. Someone has to be responsible for this gigantic inflation. And wasn't this inflation caused by the war and the pandemic? And you can answer what the war and the pandemic have to do with the price of coal and the price of energy produced by photovoltaic panels. I think absolutely not. I think that only the policy of the National Bank of Poland led to such gigantic inflation. Minister Wieczorek clearly forgot that at the time inflation was very high all over the world. But President Glapiński was not responsible for inflation in the United States or Spain. Which dedications of President Glapiński made him want state tribunals? The Minister of Finance cannot be involved in the NBP conflict. Coalition partners are more talkative. Influencing the exchange rate of the zloty and deliberately weakening it at certain moments, participating in the process of printing money because the NBP was nothing else other than purchasing bonds issued by the government, he should explain himself. Such phenomena are practiced all over the world, from the United States to Europe and Asia. So in crisis situations, the National Bank of Poland used mechanisms used in civilized developed economies to stabilize the economy. So experts say, but Poland 2050 politicians have their own opinions. The key issue is the ban of financing the budget deficit by the National Bank of Poland, which actually happened. The provision referred to by these critics only says that the government is prohibited from adopting a budget with a deficit that is to be covered by the National Bank of Poland. The norm is addressed to the government or the parliament. The National Bank of Poland has absolutely nothing to do with this. Currently, those in power accuse Professor Adam Glapiński of acting in accordance with the interests of the Law and Justice Party and not the good of Poland. However, the actions of the current head of the National Bank of Poland are praised by global markets.